obviously we know that they do this in the black churches. So I want to say a disclaimer firstly when I'm talking about this. I'm not saying that it's a black church problem, but I'm saying that we do have a problem in the black churches, because Hillsong, that's, you know, they got PDFs running rife in there. You know, UCKG, same thing. Bethel, there's a lot of, I've even had a survivor come forward about a church cult that's affiliated with, I think it's Kenneth Copeland. So it's not like it's just happening in these spaces, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to make it look like it's just like, you know, all the BLACK people, because it's like what they do with gangs. Do you know what I mean? Like the real gangs are in Scotland. We're actually a minority here. But the issue is, because they're coming over like in droves, there's so many of these types of church cults that are just, you know, they're just waking up one day and starting them. There's actually an infiltration. So this is why I want to kind of go through the colonial legacy and missionary conditioning. As you all know, for me, one of the changing points into looking at, you know, the significance of race in these settings and the colonialist mindset, because I was feeling like a lave when I was in there, and when I came out and I was deconstructing, and I was like, I need to kind of deconstruct Christianity and find out, oh, thanks, Tasia, you're such a queen, and find out why they're like this in there. Another turning point for me was when I was watching the TB Joshua documentary. That's why, survivors, it's so important that you watch documentaries, because it could just be a little thing in there that you hear that helps you to come to certain discoveries. Like when I watched but I couldn't watch the TB Joshua the whole way. But I remember them talking about the Whitey face, and I was like, oh my God, that's what they do in my cult. So it gave me a name for what they were doing up in there. And then I started looking into it a little bit more. And then when I started connecting the dots, for example, I found out about the letter of King Leopold, in which, hey, Jay, look at us. You're in the spirit, sister. You are flowing, you're in the spirit. Tasia, go and get a bottle of water. I seen a prophet this morning. I got this. Tasia, go and get a bottle of water. I'm going to bless the water. Tasia, have you got your water? Have you got your water? Let me know you got the water. When you get the water, okay, you got the water. I'm going to pray over the water. Father Lord, I pray that there will be healing. There will be miracles and a testimony. Tasia, listen to me and listen to me well. Don't drink the water for more than 5 days. Just drink it for 5 days. Don't try and be greedy and get more. Drink it for 5 days and the Lord will bless you. That's exactly what the man was doing up. Word for word. So again, we've got this thing where, you know, like when King Leopold sent the letter to the missionaries and the reverends and said to them, when you go to the Congo to take it over, tell them all that you have to store your treasures up in heaven. And, you know, like all the weeping and whatever. So they conditioned them through the manipulation of the canon Bible to be laves. They didn't allow them to read, but they allowed them to go to church, where they said that they would BEAT the spirit out of them. Okay. So there's a lot. You should go and check it out. I've done some content on my page, leah.lauder, and you'll see it on there. Anyway, let's get to the point. So I started to deconstruct and think about this. And then I saw a video by Stephen Hassan. He's a cult expert. And he breaks down how with Lavery, basically the colonial masters, they just used the cult tactics because they had to condition and brainwash the people first, because they weren't as strong as them, you know, like biologically. So they had to take over the mind psychologically. That's why they couldn't take over countries like Haiti. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not because of the witchcraft. It's not because they demonized it after they couldn't take it over. It's because of the camaraderie. It's because of the collective consciousness and the community that they had. So when they came to come and take them over, their beliefs, mentally, psychologically, they were too strong to be taken over, because the canon Bible is witchcraft. I'm not saying that everything in there, because I still read the Bible, do you understand? But the way it's been put together, especially the King James version, because as you know, that King James done a book on demonology, and he's got a lot of issues. He had a husband, not officially, because he had a wife with 6 kids, but there's factual artifacts that show that he was writing love letters to his, they used to call him husband of the courtier, babe. Don't try me. So there's been a lot of manipulation. I still read the Bible. You know, what can I think of? Like, all things work together for the good of the Lord. Do you get what I'm saying? For those who love the Lord, who are called according to his purpose. I'm never going to let Romans 8:28 go. Are you having a bubble? But what I believe, thank you, Redeemer. What I believe is that the books have been selected to fit a certain patriarchal and misogynistic view. Please, oh. I don't want no problems. I didn't say that Jesus was a Lord at all. But what I'm saying is, it's been put in there by the Romans. When you look at the Nicaea Creed, you need to go and do your homework. Because guys, in 2025, like up the live, guys. It's not enough. 70, I'll go. If you don't start liking up the live, I'll cut out. In 5 minutes, if it's not up to 1,000, I'm going to have to go. Because this is how they get me off the net. I've got 8 accounts, all right? So when I started to draw the lines of comparison to between lavery, what I realized is, yeah, we're still picking cotton in the cotton field. Have I got mods? Tasia, are you a mod? Do you understand? So the cult leaders, they keep us entrapped. They entrap the mind. That's why they couldn't take over Asia. Certain parts of Asia, you'll see that, like China, like India, they still have their ancient practices. And they've actually, you're modded, babe. They've actually, they actually ban the book, yeah? And they're going to be like, persecution. We're going to go even harder. We're going to go there. And then their branches don't work. Their cults don't work, chair. And that's why they've done it, because they had the sacred knowledge. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they could see what they were doing psychologically. Unfortunately, our people couldn't. We were just, you know, we were so kind, just, you know, so open, and, you know, just worshiping outside in nature, just hugging our trees and being in the river. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they took advantage of that. They came in and they saw, oh, okay, they've got the resources, they've got the oil, they've got the gold, they've got this, but they don't have the, like, the civilization, like the way we fit the psychology. Thank you. Hey, Grim. Do you understand? So that's what's been done. And Stephen Hassan's done a really good feature on it. I'm going to go and look through it. So let's get into it. Why do these church cult spaces endorse the whitey face so much? Why do they make members feel lesser than? Because there is a colonial legacy and missionary conditioning. This is the conditioning. So many of these churches trace their roots to European and American missionaries. So you have to remember, they say, oh, the Bible was there in Ethiopia, but it all started before then, babe. Do you know what I'm saying? And how many of these Orthodox church cults do you see coming to the UK and doing up crazy outreach outside in these streets, chair? All right, so we're not going to get into that, chair, but I am going to do a whole breakdown of how that's not even an argument or a discourse. All right, so they brought not only Christianity but Eurocentric images of Jesus, leadership structures, and cultural views. So what I'm saying is the whole ideology of church, because it's an ideology, it's very Eurocentric, it's very westernized, it's giving capitalism, it's giving, you know, institution. That it's an institution. It's not. So religion and institution is separate from personal relationship. So when they're getting you to be in there every single day that God sends, how are you supposed to spend time with Christ? How are you supposed to have star in the car? How are you supposed to have an authentic relationship with Jesus Christ, with your Lord, whoever you're believing, Allah, whatever? Everybody's welcome. It might be yourself, chair. And if it is, yes, Lord. Oh, thank you, baby. Everyone is welcome here, whether you identify as a unicorn, an alien, you're atheist, you don't believe everything. Even the Bible was brought to Ethiopia. Yes, thank you. And if I have some scholars, I have some people who, because I'm not like the pastors, or I'm not sitting here claiming to know everything. I'm being the divine fount of knowledge, the Wizard of Oz. You know, I'm not doing that up. I'm just being honest and open and just saying from what, because it's just what I've seen, chair. And remember, these are just, whenever I'm talking, you'll notice I give arguments for, against. That is the way that you can critique. So that is the whole ideology of survivors being in and giving their accounts and telling. The church used to be a charity, but when the Romans adopted Christianity, that's when tithes came in. Yes, yes. It all starts with colonialism. Yes, yes. I didn't know that I wasn't following you. Oh no, this is another account, babe. I've got 8 accounts. That's why, darling. All right. So that's exactly right. Okay. These missionaries often implied or outright stated that whitey skin equals godliness, progress, and authority, while African culture was pagan or backwards. I want to talk. Let's strip this back. Let's strip this back, Jer. Because what they've done is they've demonized our ancient practices. They've demonized our ancestors. They've made us hate ourselves, and they force-fed us Eurocentric whitey supremacist views. I won't even care if it gets lock off, because I'm talking my talk. I have to say it, Jer. And if it gets lock off, guys, I'm going to go on another account. So when it gets locked off, don't get surprised. If it does, we're just changing over. That's why I've got 8 accounts, all right? But that's what they've done up. So now, when you see something that's spiritual, that's been passed down by your ancestors or whatever, you're calling it evil, but you're not calling the men that came and unalived so many women in the name of witchcraft. That's how they branded them. Or all of the atrocities. When you want to try and talk about what they did in slavery, it's like, oh, no, we don't want to talk about that. We're not. You know, like the woke whiteys, yeah, if you say to them, you have a conversation with them, like a woke conversation, you're like, oh, do you know what, I want to talk about slavery, like this, that, and the full, they'll be like, yeah, do you know what, I understand that I have whitey privilege, let's talk about it, because we want to, it's like they've become more woke. Do you understand what I'm saying? Talk the thing, Shanti, big up yourself, my girl. Even the significance of tithe is actually given to the chat. All right, let's break this down. I've read it briefly. So guys, if you've got more information, please put it in the chat. But I do know that they did introduce this tithe thing. And also with the the King Leopold or whatever, they also condition them to give all the money to these institutions. So guys, what they're doing in these church cults is no different from what they did in Lavery. You know, like when I said to you, they came, took our resources, stole everything. That's what they're doing. They're taking up, they're siphoning our energy. They're using us as batteries energetically to charge themselves, to take over all of these dominions. It's not, listen, the cult leader will be sitting in his yard whilst he's got his laves, you know, from the church cult to serve him and whatever, whilst you lot are on foot outside, apparently winning souls for Christ and doing up whatever. They're out there. We have to be out there. Rain, sun, or shine, chair. Listen, you could be, and do you know what I want to say? You see women that are pregnant, yeah, you see in the early stages, that's actually the worst. You know, when you're not showing, that's when you get all of the sickness, you're getting all of these symptoms. It's like your body is trying to like cope, and you're trying to mentally cope with the fact that you're just pregnant. They'll have women there serving their socks off chair. Thank you, Tika, but I've been pregnant twice in the cult, so I know what I'm talking about. I don't need to say allegedly. I don't need to say may. I don't need to say it could have. It happened to me in the cult. That's on period, point blank, chair. Our cult leader says that pregnancy is not a disease. So this is the same way that they treated the women in Lavery. Do you understand what I'm saying? It all comes back to this. They dehumanize us. They make us feel like we're not human. They don't make us, we're pathologized. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what they're doing up. So these things, Jesus Christ never spoke about tithes. If you can find me a scripture, when Christ told you to give 10%, because they're in the Old Testament, do you know what a lot of these church cults have? It's a mixture of Judaism, because they pick and choose, they cherry pick it. This is the mystical manipulation. So a lot of these church cults, they're not Christian. That's why they say the God of David Antry, the God of Dagon. It's their God. It's their perception of Christianity. Exactly what the Romans did, however many thousands of years ago, when Jesus created all of that movement and then everyone was rebelling and whatever. Then they decided they needed to package this and maintain control. And that's exactly what it was about. As I said to you, when Jesus Christ walked the earth, there were loads of other people claiming to be the Messiahs. Why didn't they unalive them? Why weren't they on their backs? Yeah? But it's because people were following Christ. He was getting hurt. Guys, if no one was listening to me, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't even human fecal matter on me. But it's the fact that it's the influence. I don't believe personally that I can have an influence on anyone else, because I feel like if they internalize it, that's entirely up to them. But for me personally, the way that I talk, the way that I teach, the way that I do up my things, I'm not here to, I tell people, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't be trying to be like me. Be yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the best version is going to be yourself. I don't create an authoritarian environment where I'm telling people what to do and I'm telling them to be like me. And, oh, we need to all be like me so that we can all, expose these cults, and you all need to get online and be talking out. What do you mean? That's not what we're doing up. And they only repackaged it after they won a war that colonized another land. Yeah, that was, what was his name? Was it Cornelius? Oh, God, I'm making up names, chair. What was the warrior, the king or whatever? And then he claims when he was in the war, he saw the cross in it. And then from then, he made it that everybody had to do up Christianity. That's giving religious psychosis, that. Emperor Constantine, yes, mystically Miura. Hey, Tally. Hey, my queen. Oh, Ines, your hair. Everybody's on today, child. All right. So this planted the seeds. All right. Now, let me take this again. These missionaries. Thank you, girl. These missionaries often implied or outright stated that whitey skin equals godliness, progress and authority, while African culture was pagan or backwards. So they demonized our culture and our spiritual practices. This planted, that's why they call themselves EVIL. They will call their own ancestors that are looking over them, chair. The reason that you pretty, the reason you got them light eyes, the reason you got that nice hair, the reason that you got that dairy hair, that's because of your ancestors, chair. Your face is just made up of thousands of years of ancestors. You know how incredible that is, and they want you to forget and demonize yourself. Because if my kids deny me and I deny them, they're denying their blood clot self, chair. If I go and put clothes on my back, that's why I don't rate them mums that will be looking all 10 out of 10 and their kids look like they don't even have a mother and father. Yeah? So what I'm telling you is, you need to put yourself, can someone give that guy a warm welcome, AM, because your mother? Can someone give them a warm welcome? Mods, are you active? Who's here? Who can be a mod? because I don't have time for this today. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, babe. This planted the seeds of internalized whitey supremacy that is still influenced in the church today. I want to also say, when you look at Mormon, have I got the thing? When you look at the Mormon requirements, because I did a bit on Mormonism, I have a feeling that I deleted it, you know. Yeah, I think I did share. Okay, that's the emotional. All right, I don't have it. Let me just move to the next one. All right, so with Mormons, yeah, Mormonism LDS is crazy, because I saw one auntie dancing, you will never come back, oh, you will never come back, oh, you know, in front of the LDS temple, and it was just giving idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in my content, I said, auntie, do they know that you're outside the door? Do they know? Do they know, Jaya? Do they know? Because they got policies in there where you can't even step foot into that temple, number one. Like, they couldn't even ordain people like us. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can see that the root, you saw it perpy in the car. So you can see that those internalized, the internalized whitey supremacy and the atheism, it stems from these ideologies that they brought through colonization, okay? And then as the times have changed, people have started to clock it. And with the internet, remember, because generations forget. That's why they vote in, you know, like conservatives, but the Labour ain't much better, chair. They forget about the history. They forget about the things that have happened before. Do you understand? So that's when we get these problems. I think my hair's grown. Glory be to God. Oh my God, do you know I'm in such a quiet neighborhood and my voice is actually echoing? All right, so let's get into it. Internalized atheism. Welcome the 163 of you that are on the FYP. I hope it's cult trolls. This is your 101 Black History lesson, all right? Okay, because I know you don't know nothing about anything, Jay. All right, so internalized atheism and proximity to whiteness. Centuries of colonism taught that success and holiness were tied. I can't even talk. This is why I don't talk on this, because I get so angry I can't even get my words out. We're tied to looking, acting, and speaking like Europeans. All right, so let's get into it. So guys, what I spoke about before, but I didn't have the terminologies. I was just saying, oh, they do this in there, they do that. So this is why I'm saying ChatGPT, AI, oh my God. It's been absolutely revolutionary. That's why, babe, like, you know, there's ChatGPT now. That's why you're finished. It's got nothing to do with me. It's the advancement of the internet. It's the age of Aquarius. It's the age that we're in. Because as I said to you lot, time, clocks, the Gregorian calendar, everything was created by man. It's all a social construct, just like Christmas, just like Easter. If you look at the pagan roots, because before we had more of like goddess worship, the temples, they wanted to delete the power of the women. Women were too powerful. Oh, Travis, I know I'm not babe, I'm highly intelligent. I've probably got ADHD and autism, so I'm a genius. So anyone with them type of neurodivergent things right there, don't play with a neurodivergent baddie, you know. Don't play with a neurodivergent beautiful baddie, because it's too toxic. Do you understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna win. You ain't gonna win. You ain't gonna win. You ain't gonna win. Oh, Lay Your Roof, I love you. You know, Lay Your Roof, she gives me so much strength. She'll just message me on my WhatsApp. You know, when I put on a certain status, like, no, Leah, you take me out, man. I'm glad I could make you smile, or... Okay, I know the comments, guys, but I just got to keep this up to just talk about this. So again, the way that we dress up in the suits, the way that we have to sit in the pews, the way that we have to listen to them like we're in university is absolutely nuts. Like, guys, you have to think about it. We're not from this country. None of us are from Europe. Okay, just disclaimer, guys, I don't see any race. I see the human race. My family is very eclectic, very mixed. I have a mixed race brother who's come out looking more whitey than black. Because I'm full black, but I look mixed. A lot of people think I'm mixed, and my brother's come out just looking like Tim. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I've got nieces, because he's had babies with whitey women who are just blonde hair, blue eyes. So I just see human race, but we have to talk about this because, you know, this is a very real thing that's going on. And people need to understand, to process when they come out, because there's a bit at the end on how it affects the members. And I'm going to do a YouTube. So guys, I'm just going to go through this again on YouTube and Instagram. Once my hair's done, you know, I'm looking good. I got in my lashes chair, looking like a 10 out of 10. Giving 90s and 2000s skinny, yeah. So I'll be back on my live looking like a 90s fine. Giving a Leah knee along. That's what I'm going to be doing up later. Oh, I need to put on some, because Lucia texted me saying, Leah, happy Jamaican independence. I didn't even know, chair. Lucy is more black than me, chair. So I need to put on some bashment and that, but I'm just leaving it on right now like this so I can concentrate. And then we're gonna do up a little Jamaican independence. I'm gonna brock out. Might spin on my head for you lot. Do you want it? Do you want it, baby? Do you lot want to see your girl spinning on her head? All right, you lot. Dance half a life. Yeah, man. You know, because when you're skinny and ting, you get me, you can spin on your head. All right, you lot, let's get into it. So I'll do a little spinning on my head. Show you lot why I'm a yardie's daughter. You get me? But you lot can tell from my mouth anyway. All right, so let's get into it. So we came from Africa, okay? We weren't wearing suits. I don't think we were really wearing any clothes. It's the Europeans that have told us that, when God saw Eve, that she ate the apple and saw the nakedness, then she ran. But we were still naked, yeah. Even when they were preaching this doctrine, indoctrinating people that nakedness was EVIL, our ancestors were out there, yeah. Do you know what I mean? In nature, yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Because guys, I'm gonna keep it real with you, yeah. I don't like wearing clothes. I don't like, you see, if a guy's with me, he's dating me, whatever, and that's the thing. That's why we'll just be like rabbits, because whether I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, I'm not wearing anything. I don't like clothes. I don't wear clothes in the yard. So whatever guy I'm dating, he's just like, before he knows it, he's walking around. He ain't wearing nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? That was like my ex. He loved it. He never felt so free. Yeah. These married couples will be married for 10 years, 20 years. The husband will walk in to be like, why are you coming in? Like covering herself, the married celibate couples, because they ain't done it for so long that when they come in, it's like a stranger there. Yeah, innit, Tasia, and my daughter's the same, but it's the freedom. It's the freedom. So that thing where we don't want to wear the clothes, that comes from our ancestors. It's in our blood. It's in the epigenetics. We're not even supposed to wear clothes. Thank you, Ahin Khan. We're not supposed to wear clothes in the car. Do you understand what I'm saying, Tasia? Do you understand what I'm saying, Lay Your Roof? Do you understand what I'm saying, Grim Crim? Do you understand what I'm saying? So the suits, your Sunday best, coming to the church, giving the money, paying tithes, that's another thing. It said in the letter of King Leopold when they went to Congo to take over the Congo, he said to them that you have to tax them to come to church. So you're forcing them, you're breaking their spirit, you're conditioning them to give all their money. And then there was a tax. There was a tax. They had to pay them a tax. Tithes are taxes. It's your membership fee. It's like they won't really accept you as a member unless you're paying your tithe. Why? What if you can't afford it? What if you're on benefits? They're in there telling women, single mothers on benefits to tithe out of their benefits. Look at this prophet. What are you doing here? What do you want? Are you one of the ones that are teething? Anyway, if you're one of the ones that are teething right now, I speak poverty. And God, may you hear me under the sound of my voice, God, right now. Famine. A maggot attack to your finances in the name of Jesus. That's what I said. So when you lot are coming on here, I wouldn't if I were you, because I don't believe in all of that, spooky cauldrons and, magic that you lot are doing up in there, your dark sorcery. But I'll do it back for an eye for an eye, for a tooth for a tooth. And because my intentions are pure, God's going to honor it, because it's all about intent and motive, chair. So that's why when they're up there, it's all about money. You can't take money to where we're going after, That's when they're going to know, guys. So don't worry. Sometimes we may not see justice in this world. And that's why I said to you, this is about the justice of God. This ain't about me trying to come and do. I'm not God. Take on all of these. I'm mad, but I'm not that mad. If I didn't know that God was with me, do you think I'll be doing this? Oh my God. Taking on all these. No. I won't be doing it up. Sis, why do you think cultism is heavy in Congo? Again, because of the invasion from the King Leopold, Tasia. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was heavy indoctrination there because that letter was used as an example. Do you get what I'm saying? So they enforced a heavy, fair-based cult program. So I wouldn't be surprised if the legacy of that, the fruit, because, everything that a person does bears fruit, That's actually what the truth is behind that, like the philosophy, because they just see it from a very black and white dogmatic lens, because truth is truth. Do you get it? So there's a lot of lies. All right. I'm just starting to take out my hair, guys. I've got to take this out. I've got to give myself a nice bath, do a nice rose bath. I need to cleanse myself. I need to clean my yard, do up my hair and fix myself up. And then once I've done that, I'm going to do a little live later. But this is just once I'm taking out my hair so you guys can keep my company. Now keep yours, man. The weather's nice. I might go into the field. I'm too ghetto to be in this neighborhood, honestly. I'm just too hood to be here. But do you know what? I love y'all. Do you know what I mean? All of my rich, bougie neighbours, I love you. You lot should see the front of my house right now. It's got all the weeds and the neighbour will be looking at me like that. I'm like, babe, I've got severe mental health. I've got severe mental health, babe. Do you know what I mean? I can't, because it's like when I don't do the weeds, it's like effing it up for the rest of them because everything's all perfect. They got all their cut hedges. Yeah, I'm in the sticks, baby. All right, you lot, let's get it. And that's what I'm saying. I love the Kent Mandem, but when they start getting a bit aces, so I feel a vibe. That's when you just get that. That's when you just get South London, Leah. You're not gonna get the West. You're not gonna actually. When I really go in, like when you see me absolutely flat flip, that's when you see the Northwest Leah coming out, child. Don't ever get it twisted. That's why I'm like this, guys, because I'm mixed race. I'm mixed with Northwest, West, and South. It's just too much. All right, let's get into it. So many African church leaders consciously or unconsciously idolize whitey pastors, whitey guest speakers, and whitey aesthetics as a way of signaling status, legitimacy, and global connection. Another thing I want to ask is another thing I want to say quickly before I go into this. AI and ChatGPT is absolutely amazing. But with AI and ChatGPT, it's the way you answer the questions. I wanted to tell survivors that are seriously deprogramming and deconstructing. Because when you do a Google search, if you don't ask the question in a certain way, you won't get that AI breakdown. Is what I'm saying resonating? Because I do a lot of content and I use AI a lot. So you need to think about the question. So for example, if you're trying to find out about internalized misogyny, don't just put in Google internalized misogyny. You need to put what is internalized misogyny within a high control setting. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, think about the question, like, because then they'll give you AI generated dependent on the question. It's quite academic. So the same when you're asking it a question, clack it. But I would just download the app, chair, because now I don't even use Google. I'm just using ChatGPT. But anyway, so let's get back to this. So the guest speakers, the idolization of the whitey pastors, like Dagwood Mills does it a lot. And that comes from that internalized whitey supremacy where we've been taught, it's in our epigenetics, we've been taught through our generation. Do you understand what I'm saying? That the whitey race is supreme. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these are the kind of things that we need to think about when we see a lot. So if you're seeing that thing in the church cult that you've been going to and you're just seeing whitey faces and you're feeling like they're treating them differently, they're putting them in positions to be seen, etc. Do you see that this is the deeper meaning? Do you understand what I'm saying? But when you're in there, you're getting caught up. You're not even realizing that the pastor, if they're doing that, that means the pastor HATEs themselves. How can he love himself? How? So how do you think you're going to see yourself? So anyway, this results in colorism within the congregation. Lighter skin or European features are favored, while darker skin members may face subtle exclusion or overt discrimination. So that's the word for it, overt discrimination. So for me, I was considered Oyimbo or Nobroni, a whitey face. When I first started, it was just all second gen. And to be honest, a lot of people do say to me, I remember when I was dating this guy, but I liked him, so I didn't lock him off. I just had to teach him because, in the Nigerian culture, there's a lot of colorism. But I did say to him, if he ever said anything like that I would never meet him again. And he did send me his thoughts after looking up on colorism. And like, I told him to deconstruct, otherwise I wouldn't speak to him again. He gave me like an essay. It was so funny. I'm not going to bring him out though. I've got the voice recording, but I'm not going to do it. Because he's a bit bait, in the roads. So anyway, he said to me, I can't remember what he was saying, whether I was beautiful or whatever, but he just started saying that it's like, you can't really tell where I'm from. I'm ambiguous. It's like, and even if that is the case and whatever, I still don't want that rhetoric to be spoken about in a certain way where I'm kind of like dating you, because then I just feel like, is there underlying colorism here? Would you still like date a darker woman? But his baby mums are darker, and he started showing me pictures. So I was like, all right. But the point is, a lot of them do internalize that. Do you understand? And my point is, because I do have an ambiguous look about me, but I'm a black woman, I'm an African woman. Both of my parents are black. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, what's my point? Obviously, I've got mixes in me, but I don't have like a whitey parent or like a whitey granddad. I've got a whitey step granddad, but I don't have direct. Do you get it? So I didn't have experience of colorism and ageism and, overt discrimination. And my mum brought me up like to be really multicultural, to be strong in my blackness. Paris, the queen. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's the one thing I rate about my mum. So I need to call her afterwards and say, like, Mum, if there was anything that you did, just teaching me to be confident in my blackness. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, knowing who I am. Otherwise, I would have been like Courtney. That girl that did up the video the other day, Courtney, trying to look woke, trying to look like she's in her blackness. No, baby. Because if you were, you wouldn't be coming on siding with the man them like a pick-me. Do you get me? Because that's not in our ancestry. We're not. That's given colonialists. That's not in our ancestry. We're mothers. We're things. So don't be doing up that. All right. So, and again, there's a lot of confusion. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of people internalize IT supremacy. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is the truth, guys. It's very sensitive, but it's got to be spoken about because this is what they're doing up. And they do it up because it's like, oh, these things can't get spoken about. Oh, we don't speak about this. We don't speak. Yeah, well, we are now. We are now in 2025. We defo gonna break it down. All right. So I've done that bit up. So let me put on the other bit. I'm so glad that I screenshot this. It was all meant to be. It wasn't it, gang? All right. The global... Oh, I can't see that other bit. Oh, the global Christian power hierarchy. The global Christian power hierarchy. So let's look at the networks. Let's look at the mega, you know what, as a business, as a corporate, global... What do you call it? Is it commemorate? What do they call them big global companies? Can someone put in the chat if you know what I'm talking about? But them big global corporations, okay? So it's all about who you know. It's all about networks. Because you have to remember, guys, when they go to preach and whatever, they're getting paid. Conglomerate. Woo! Yes, Tasia. Yes, girl. Yes, big up yourself inside. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's look at why the global Christian power hierarchy contributes to this whitey supremacist culture and rhetoric that they spread in these church cult spaces. Let's get it. Wealthy whitey-led churches in the US, UK, and Australia often serve as financial backers for African churches. All right. And then I want to also say that a lot of these missionaries, going back to the first point, were whitey televangelists that really infiltrated. Because remember, there's been different versions of Christianity because what they do is they metamorphosize over time. They're like shift shapers. You know, like they like time travelers, like they metamorphosize and they're like chameleons. Do you understand what I'm saying? They could just, so as the time's been changing, the world's been changing, whatever, they've been trying to like fit in with the world and, you know, they try and be relevant. That's it, to stay relevant because it's a business. They're making money trying to stay relevant. It's not really about God. Because if it was really about God, you'd be like Islam. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like keeping all of them sacred and ancestral traditions and practices. And that's why I'm not comparing because I don't get into all of that because there's both, you know, women are oppressed there as well. They both got their issues. But what I will tell you is the reason why I think people respect it that little bit more is because it's like, they're not conforming for you. You have to, you know, do whatever up to be there. You have to learn Arab. You have to do up. You understand? So I think people respect it a bit more because there's not all of these denominations. They're just not looking as confused, innit? Like when you see them get into a debate or whatever, they come with like straight facts. But there's both ways. There's things that, do you understand what I'm saying? Or both sides share, where it's the MESS. But I'm just saying that I think this is why people give that group a bit more, what's the word? Authenticity. They see them as it being more authentic because the Bible's been dabbled with so many times. There's so many different versions. You can literally get a version, yeah? And then you go to like the Message or ASB or NRV or whatever, or Googly got XXYZG. There's so many blooming translations that the scripture turns into something completely different. And that has also contributed to the mystical manipulation and these pastors being able to teeth, being able to ABUSE, being able to grade, being able to essay, being able to do everything that they want because they use the scriptures based off their intent and motive. So they will use the translation that fits it the most. For example, my cult leader, he's taken... I don't even know. There's scriptures around loyalty. So he'll find the version that says loyalty and then they create a whole doctrine. And they say, because it says it in the Bible, I've got the scripture. So the scripture has backed it. This is the word of God. Amen. And that's why people are following blindly. All right. Let me take a water break. Yeah. You lot, do you know why I didn't come on yesterday? I was whitey girl wasted in my yard. Because it's been too much here in all of the accounts. Did you not see my video? You lot, if you ain't seen that video, I've said, our problems. I was just inebriated. You should watch Handmaid's Tale. Do you know what? It's so crazy that you said that. I watched 2 episodes and I couldn't do it. I watched 2 episodes and I couldn't do it. It was just so triggering. I was just like, why am I resonating with this? Oh no. How can I be resonating with Handmaid's Tale? What's going on here? What's going on here? This is very extreme. I don't know why this is resonating. So I just switched it off. I said, no. Is that like you as well? Is that my Ange? Yeah. I said, nah. So I am going to get to a point where I can watch it, but I probably might do that like with a group of survivors, maybe do a little watch party at my house so that we can have snacks. We can have, oh, look at my babes. Ines, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Chair. I'm starting to get stuff sorted at the end of the month. Even if I come for a day, I'm coming for you, Chair. because I need to go to the north. I've got so many survivors up there. We need to do a little link up. So all you need to know is that I'm going to be down there by the end of August. That's all you need to know, Chair. What else was I saying? But obviously I'm going to tell you a date because you need to be free. You know that you need to be free because I'm coming down there for you. And look at Christ First. That's come. Christ First is the house that I'm staying at. Look at that. Christ First, I was just saying I'm coming to the north. And in August, and I was thinking about you, and you popped up just at the perfect time. So that's the queen that's gonna have me stay in chair, and she's got like it's like a you know, a AP, posh AP overlooking the lake chair. It much takes on emotional toll on your emotions. Yeah, I'm thinking the end of the month, babe. Like whatever weekend that is at the end of the month, like August going into the first week of September. That's what I'm thinking. If that does that work for you? Because I don't know, what date would that be? I'm not sure. Okay, sounds good, brilliant, excellent, fantastic. Look, see in this, look, it's all sorted. I know, because my mouth's loud. This is the reason why, like, people, like, I got so much rating, because, you know, usually girls with big mouths, they can't, like, back it, they can't back their chat. But the thing with me is I got a big mouth and then I back my chat. Do you get it? So they all thought I was talking like, oh, she's just talking. Like, even the stuff that I haven't been talking about, when you don't see it, it's just going to be slapped. You're just going to get it slapped right there on the table. Do you remember when Peter, you know, from Love and Hip Hop, was sleeping with Amina and Tara at the same time, and then Tara was trying to have all this chat, and then she was like, I misses her, she slapped her driver's license on the table. That's what I'm going to be doing up with these church cults, when what I'm waiting to come through comes through, and it's all legit, and I know it's all in the works, this, that, and the third. That's when I'm going to be slapping down. I'm going to be reveling. I'm going to be reveling in it. I'm going to be talking about it for about a year, non-stop. You know me, Chair, because I drag things, like even the stuff with steps that would have unalive down. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, no. I've been waiting for Karis's time. I told y'all, Karis time gonna come. And this isn't even their time. I believe I just heard this is the you know, like the introduction. But it wasn't introduction, it was something else, like the preview, like it's, yeah, the preview. This is not even that, because we've still got Tammy, justice for Tammy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Tara Molly, whoop that ear. You get me? Because Amina's not that way inclined. Tara she just wept for her on the table chair. So that's the vibes, man. Anyway, let's get back into what we were talking about. My hair is itching so much, guys. Guys, I've just been consumed. You know, with the step stuff, all of the allegations coming out, I've just let myself go because I was on the grind. I weren't thinking about my hair and my lashes, and I just wanted to get justice for these victims. So now that it started to come, I haven't got a text. It was like every single text. Thank you, Queen Ines, because I'm not even in the group. Can you imagine? There's survivors that are in the group. So every morning I wake up, I'm scared to check my texts because I'm thinking, Ross Clark, is there more victims that have come forward? Anyway, so let's get into it. The global Christian power hierarchy. So these type of pastors know that aligning with Whitey missionaries or preachers can bring donations, visibility, and international influence. Example, I did some content on Maverick City Worship, yeah? And I never really was able to F with like the newer gospel. I was always listening to old gospel music because that's where the spirit is. But you saw the co-founder of Maverick basically saying that the reason why they did that music, it wasn't because of God, because he said, was it because of God or was it intentional? He was like, intentional. He's so proud, you know, to take the glory and everything for himself. So he said that it was strategic. They kind of copied the model of Bethel and Hillsong, the Whitey groups, because that's not our genre of music. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, our genre of music is very like Africanized. Like even you can see that they sing like Dagwood Mills. Like, he's a Ghanaian man, but he thinks he's whatever. I don't even know. But it's like, we're not singing the traditional songs. We're not singing like music from our country. We're singing Hillsong or we're singing whatever. And it's a packed church with just people with the demographic of Black Africans. All right. So they don't even want that representation of their own music in the church cult. It's like, oh, because if there's all of us and we are all look the same, and then we're doing all of our worship music is African. Like the way they used to talk, like, oh no, that is bush, that is village. Like the way they even talk down on their own self. And the way Dag used to speak to the congregation, like putting down the Ghanaians, he'd be like, oh, when I preach, I would love that many other people will come. There would be many faces, whitey faces. But when I preach, it is just these faces that come, and I have to be grateful. Almost like he did, like it's like a curse or something. The way he used to talk. Same, I never got into their music. Chair. So do you see now why this generation of you-know-whats are so lost? Because lay your roof. At least we had the Yolanda Adams. And guys, we know Kirk Franklin is an absolute mess. Why, guys, why am I going to a worldly festival and Kirk Franklin is one of the headliners? It's not a Christian festival, or it's not gospel. So you know I'm going to be in there chatting off my mouth, doing my footage. Because, again, I've come to a worldly festival with worldly artists. I paid for the ticket before I knew what the lineup was. And I'm coming and I'm seeing Kirk Franklin. So what is he doing here? Be in the world, but not of the world. This is what I'm saying. They're talking about us 24 hours a day, but every minute you're in our space, you're in our world, be in the world, but not of the world. But you lot are in the world, you're more worldly than the world, you're of the world, you're worldly. So it's making us question things. It's making people with common sense say, how are you saying the world is so EVIL, but there's more EVIL going on in the church than there is in the world? You know why? Because it's a self-sealing system. It's like getting a magnifying glass and looking into this bubble. So because we've got an epidemic on the outside of grape, SA, this, that, and the third, poverty, it doesn't escape you because you're in the self-sealing system. The pastor's been lying to you. It will be magnified. It will be exasperated because you've got a toxic environment with a malignant narcissist. There's no safeguarding. There's no policies and procedures put in place. The lack of knowledge, they're perishing. The pastors don't understand how to counsel people. They're people's counselor and therapist. They're counseling and therapizing girls that have had histrionic patterns of SA great. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they further damage people. People will be in there. They come on meds. They come with their bipolar diagnosis. They come in and they start telling them, oh, you don't need the medication. Trust in God. The prophet did turn the people absolutely marbles. By the time they leave there, they've gone absolutely MAD. And then they're behind these pulpits saying, oh, when you leave the covering, the Lord has left you. That's why we know that people that have left, they are in hospital now, needing attention. They can't even serve the Lord. They have no peace of mind. These people are corrupt. Yeah. So that's what happens. So when you come out, that's why I said I had to normalize mental health. There's been a lot of work that I've had to do with the survivors to deconstruct and deprogram, to give people, to make people feel like they have the power. Like these men, they're not powerful. They're not nothing, Jer. They've got no power. Look at me, little small girl that's saying that she believes in God. That's because your relationship with God, you're personal, heavy on the personal. I just want to say big up all the young people, Jer. Because I've been learning some slang like heavy on the clock it. And there's a new one that I was looking up today. It's a mazza. That's probably old. I was just like, because I've been saying muds and I've been saying mad. But now apparently it is mazza. So I'm learning a lot of slang, a lot of known words for the young people. So thank you. My pastors say God gave us doctors for a reason. So we need to go to therapy. Oh, okay. So, okay, that's good then. You narrate the experience so well. Healing GC, big yourself up in the cut, lure you. Do you know what? Funnily enough, the irony is that Dagwood Mills is a medical doctor by profession, but he started the church cult in a campus in Corlebu. So he's never been a practicing medical doctor. The most he's probably done is a couple of years, you know, when they have to after they qualify. Dag he's never worked in a hospital. He's never been like a doctor, like doing up surgery. So, it doesn't have any basis, but he talks about it so much. Do you know what I mean? He prides in it. It's all lies. So Dag, he's very smart. He does a lot of contradiction. Like they want you to go to the hospital for certain things, but then they demonize like more of the neuroscience, you know, like the science of the brain, like the doctor of the mind, like the medicine of the mind. It's like that's demonic to them. Do you understand? He would have had his practicing license strict. Yeah, he used to say to us that he used to do continuing developing practice so that he can keep his license. He used to make sure that he did a lot of manipulation. A lot of manipulation, a lot of reverse psychology. Like Dag is EVI. Like I don't think there's a worse one than him, to be honest. Yeah. And then we've got, as a result, whitey faces are strategically showcased in marketing, pulpits, and events to project credibility. So again, it's this showcasing, like Dag said in the preaching. Remember, I was in that camp. Are you good for nothing? And basically told all the black people to get off the stage. He said he'd never seen so many whitey faces in his camps before, and he told them to come up, got all of the other people to come off their seats and sat them there. I've done content on it, guys, yeah. So he said that basically the Whitey people had the Esther anointing and that they were going to save the UK. And then they said that basically when they were on the stage, there was maybe about 10 or 15 of that. I can't remember how many there was, but he was asking them what ministries they were in. You remember it, babe? Yeah, I've done footage on it, babe. On my recent video, Tasia, if you go on, hey, Queen Lucia, you're all right, baby? Go on my page, my love, if you want. It's not by force. Actually, Tasia, it's by force. And give me an offering afterwards. So when you go on my page, leah.lauder, you'll see that my first video that's up there, it's got just a little clip of him doing it. It's even so traumatic when I talk about it now. And guys, do you know what the worst part about it is? When he called them and he said that basically if you're a whitey face, come. Because he was going to anoint them, like bless them with this Esther anointing to save the UK because they're whitey faces. Can you believe it? Guys, do you know what the most disturbing part is? As God is my witness, strike me down unalive now. If this isn't the truth, strike me down, God. Yeah? Mixed race girls started going up. You know the ones that look like Courtney? Let me put her picture up so that you can see what I'm talking about. An example of these girls passing. Yeah? Because you might not know what I'm talking about. So let me just put the picture. Gal like this. 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 Gal like this, yeah. So when he was calling up, it was gal like her. This type of look that can pass. I don't really think she can pass, but they couldn't pass, chair. Some of the girls had, because she's still got a bit of black hair. Like these girls that were going up, they had, you know, like the free A/free B, like curly. Hey, Botanica, you know those loose curls, chair. Love you, baby. So she was going up, chair. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not Courtney, but gal like them was going up. Guys, no word of a lie to you. My sister was sitting right there. Yeah, there was a guy sitting next to me. And again, remember I told you this is a Christian fundamentalist Ghanaian cult. So he's got the accent and everything. He's like, hey, sister, you should go. You should go and get your blessing. Guys, I'm not even going to lie. I was so severely indoctrinated at this point. I was so indoctrinated that I had mints in my bag, chewing gum and water for my pastor to help him stay awake during the camp, because I was like, you know, like an assistant type of just a beg. So anyway, I turned around and said to him, I said, I'm not going up. I said, I'm black. What am I going up for? But I found that the girls that were going up were mixed race, like Courtney. So half whitey but can pass. They were going up, and like how, and you know, with mixed people, they feel so confused already. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then it's like that cognitive dissonance. They're just going up, that they're denying that whole part of their race, like who they are, being half this and half that. They've denied that whole part to go up and receive a blessing from Dag. So do you see the disconnect? Do you see what's going on? All right. The reason why I just put this girl up, just for a bit of context, she was backing the Grapists and the essayers, allegations, Steps, Ims and all them, man. She sat there with her wrong and strong. Do you know that this girl, yeah, has been saved for a couple of months? She got baptized January, February, March, April, May, June. In June, I've already done my background history on her. So when she's ready to come and do up some more chat, I'll be waiting. So this girl is currently living with her partner, getting her back blown out every single day of the week, whilst I'm in my house being celibate to spiritually protect myself and just, you know, like honor the vessel, my body that God has put me in. I don't go to church. I haven't got a pastor. This girl's claiming, because the one that they like to use is, oh, when you become born again, you have time. You have, you know, that you don't just get changed straight away. You need to give us time. Like I just got saved, in the words of B. Simone. So why should we have grace on you sleeping with your partner every single damn day of the week? But we shouldn't have grace when you come and talk about nothing that you are unqualified to talk on. You've been saved 5 minutes ago, and you want to come and start endorsing Grapists because of your pick me and Barbara the Builder vibes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So why is it okay for you lot to be preaching and evangelizing on the street tomorrow, but we should have grace for you lot when you're still fornicating and when you're still bunning and you're still there? Well, then you shouldn't be going out, should you? You got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling before you start trying to work out other people's, like Angel and Megan Co. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, work out your own salvation. The reason I am not even getting into the chat with these galdem is because, number one, they're too young. Number two, they're just washed up 304s. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for it because I never went to the church trying to leave some, lifestyle from before where I was shotting myself out. I didn't, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's some survivors that are from real trauma. I'm not talking about trauma. I'm talking about gyal them with the pick me and the Barbara to build a heart. I'm not talking about people who have been through traumatic experiences, who never had their parents in their life, been neglected, had to fight for their life, like survival of the fittest on the streets, had to feed themselves. Because let me tell you something, baby. If tomorrow, if by a certain time things don't work out for me, you're going to see me on OF. You're going to see me on OF. You're going to see me doing what I got to do to put food in my kids' mouths. Because there's no way that my kids are going to be going without the Jordans, going without whatever, being poor, bringing up. I can't do the road life because I've been there and done that and I know what it ends up in. I lost the love of my life, so I can't go back to the roads. I'm not going to date someone from the roads that's deep into it like that because I got kids. So what else am I going to do? I'm a pretty woman. I could get paid for being pretty. Why am I going to do it? That's why the gal them just hate. I don't have time. I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying, Tasia? So I'm not, the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm not here to judge. I don't want the gal them who are doing what they got to do or had to do what they want to do for thinking that I'm putting you in the same box as Courtney, because it would never be that. It would never be that. Oh, thanks, Mystically. Sis said everyone must open Nyash. Do you get what I'm saying? What do you mean, chair? I'm not playing no games because Tasia, I'm telling you, on my life, my kids are not going to struggle the way I struggled. They're not gonna be living in poverty and all of that, babe. I can't, because it gives me OC, like it triggers me, like the poverty, because that was the main way. Like in terms of where I grew up, it wasn't like, like Peckham, like Aylesbury Estate. I didn't grow up on a block. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that. But I grew up in poverty. My mum was a single parent with 4 of us. We were in like a 2-bedroom home or whatever. It was overcrowding. It was really hard. My mum sometimes didn't even have money to give us food. Like my mum, she couldn't get the electricity. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it was the last baby daddy that messed her up, man. She had to leave him with 2 kids. She didn't have no choice. She had to choose herself. And I rate it. I rate my mum to this day. My mum's such a beautiful woman. My mum could have been shot in herself. She could have been doing anything. And she has her morals. Do you understand? She struggled and put us first. There were times when my mum would have holes in her jeans just so that we could all have new school shoes, new trainers, have the best of the best to go to school in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hey, Ange. So that's why I say I'm not from a block. Like if you came and see my house, it's not a block we had, but the places I was venturing to, I was going to the hoods of my area. I wasn't even moving in Grove like that, chat. I was in Northwest London. That's what I was doing up. I was in Northwest London, all right? Anyway, let's get into it. Let me get this girl off because she is peeing me off. Let's get back to the point. But I just had to put her up because she's just peed me off so much. Like, I'm going to be putting her up for a long time, chair. Have we done this one? Oh, okay, yeah. Media and worship aesthetics. Hey, Salade, what you telling me? When I see Salade, I always get happy because if I got people following me like that, who are classy. I got the classy girls. Did you not see the video that I did on Michael's barbecue? Because a girl had a nut allergy in it, and my daughter's got my daughter's got she's got severe nut allergies. So I came in with my 2 pets. Did you hear me say you'll be getting the classy girls there? You don't want the girls like me to roll up, babe, because everything's gonna get locked off. Everything, just my mouth alone on the road curb of the street with the neighborhoods. I don't even need a ticket. Just my mouth outside on the main road, on Millionaires Road, where all of the millionaires are. And I'm not going to be coming looking good. Because that the whitey bandem, even when I've got a loud mouth, they're still looking at me with lust. So I'll go hooded up. I'm going to go in my bonnet, them ones. Don't play with me, chair. I'm not the one. Yeah, the girl had a severe anaphylactic reaction, chair. Anyway, let's get into it. So what the topic today is, the whitey supremacy in these church cult spaces, specifically within the black church. So are black churches a problem? No. But do we have a problem in the black church? Yes. And I think I'm going to do some content on this, innit, guys? I think what I'm going to do is when I come off, like when I finish taking out my hair, I'm going to have a nice rose bath, wash my hair, like just cleanse myself. Like just do a whole cleansing like of the yard. Like I want to do that. And then I'm going to do a little content, even if it's just part 1, just a quick thing. And then I'll do a live on it so we can have it on YouTube and Instagram. And then I'll take live guests on it later, because I think that's quite good, because then, like it's quite a good topic for the open, like for the public as well. All right. But if people want to come on and talk now, you can, But I know people kind of like to listen at first and then just put in their topics. But if people want to come and talk, but not idiots. Because if you come on here and do up an idiot thing, you're just gonna get wrapped from the moment you say, "Alright, we can tell," because we're just too spiritual outside in the streets, in these streets, and we've got gal them like Ines and friggin' Tasia and Lucia on deck. So when that's going in and lay your Rufus hair, so like, you know, it's too strong, Jaya. So we're not doing that up. All right. Woo, but it's on my main page if you wanted to check it out, girl. I think I just cut my hair. Oh, why do I keep doing that, man? Just cutting off half of the hair. Anyway, so let's get into it. So we're looking at the whitey supremacy in the black churches. So they do this through media and worship aesthetics. So Christian TV, films and worship music exported to Africa are dominated by whitey megachurch celebrity culture, Hillsong, Bethel, elevation worship, etc. So if you've seen the content on Maverick Worship, where you saw, and that guy's a co-founder sitting there and basically saying that it was not about the leading of God, it wasn't about anything, the gospel music was not selling records. He also said that he didn't like the riffs, and the way we sing, like, why should I feel, oh Lord. That's like gospel. That's like coming out of the cotton picking fields. That's escaping slavery, and that's our soul. That's our heart singing. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he was saying the riffs, y'all do too much. You don't sell no records. So again, they're catering to, just like the way they're packaging the whitey blue hair, blue-eyed blonde hair gal for the promo. You can see her in the back of my face for the promo. Do you understand? Like, that's what they're on. They like to feature the IT face in everything that they do. All right. Another example is hair. This is Caris Church Cole. A member exposed them. That's the receipts down there of the what's up. This is the pastor. I can't remember his name, but he's from the Bristol branch. And that's the thing, you know, like when they're in places like Bristol, where like we are the minority, they want it so badly to look like this so that they'll get more of the whitey faces come in. Because do you know what it is, guys? It's also to do with them being in the United Kingdom, because they understand that, you know, like the beauty standard is the whitey blonde hair. It's like we're the minority, so it's like catering for the majority. Like everything is catering for the majority because we are in the United Kingdom. Do you get it? So there's also, you need to look into, we need to take into consideration demographics, cultural elements of this, as well as institutionalized ageism and intersectionality. Do you lot understand what I mean when I say that, or do you want me to break down what those things are to explain it? Let me know. They want to show diversity so bad, and this isn't even diversity, Chair. Do you know what I'm talking about, Botanica? It's not even, it's doing, they're trying to do that, but it's doing the absolute antithesis. Now we've got overt discrimination, Chair. Okay. So the intersectional ageism is like, so say for example, intersectionality, sorry. So we've got a black girl and then we've got a whitey girl. Now that black girl could have been in the church cult for 10 years. She's been doing whatever. Then the IT face comes in and they've just been there. And this girl could be doing journalism. It's her passion. Then the IT face comes in and they've got her doing the news and the media. So do you see that that girl has faced discrimination at so many different levels within the environment, because she's black, because she's a woman? It could be because she might have a lower class, like a lower status. Do you understand? She might be of lower class. This whitey girl might be of like an upper class, and she speaks well. This girl might sound like a girl, you get me, like just from ends or whatever. So there's more discrimination. They'll be overlooked. They'll be not chosen for certain positions, etc., because of intersectionality. When we look at it on a wider society scale, now we can say that intersectionality happens. Now we've got a woman, a black woman, yeah. Now she could be like straight, have kids, whatever. So she'll experience intersectionality because she's black, because she's a woman, maybe because she's from a lower class status, so she might be on benefits, whatever, right? And then there's also the pathologization of the hood. Then you've got another black girl. Now she's got a child, but she's LGBTQ+. Do you get it? So there's that extra layer of discrimination that she will face because now she's LGBTQ+, but she's got the kids, she's got the thanks Botanica. So that woman is going to be more accepted because she's straight. Do you understand? Because when we go into environments like the church, for example, do you see that intersectionally she's going to be discriminated at so many different levels because of the LGBTQ factor? But then she's still going to be discriminated at the fact about the single parent and the Jezebel, but there's that extra layer. Does that make sense now, my love? And I am going to do content breaking this down, and I'll talk about it later. But Tasia, if you're on later, please, can you remind me to talk about that? Because that was so good, you asking. Yeah, it's Bristol based. So you can see the one pastor in the middle. You can't really miss him, but I just did the arrow to be extra messy. It's a bit hard to miss him, ain't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a bit hard. And this is what Karis do up. So what I'm going to say to you is, you know, if you're not like this, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you probably won't be taking any photographs. And it's not about the anointing. It's not about the anointed, the Lord did it. Guys, I guarantee you, any person that's a whitey in these spaces, they're going to be some sort of leader. They'll be getting special treatment. They'll be a pastor because that's what they want. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, look at the one, Seamus. Have you not seen him on First Love? You remember the one I exposed that's like a robot? He's severely indoctrinated. The guys are whitey Irish. They love that. They just don't play with me, babes, because I was in there for 18 years and I know what I'm blood clot talking about. Do you know what I mean? Are you having a laugh? No, we've done that one. We're on... Chair. Did we do this one, guys? Oh, let's just do this one. Yeah, we've done the internalized atheism, innit? Colonizer. So where's the one that we were on? Oh, I think I've gone backwards. The global Christian hierarchy. So we've done that one. Yeah, we were on media and worship aesthetic. So it's an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic. Like the way that they've got them all, they look like middle class, whitey, conservative women, like fundamentalists. Like that's the aesthetic. That's the dressing. Like when they'll accept you. So that's why they wear the polo necks, the crew necks. They wear like the most severely indoctrinated, like the heavily, and Karis does have that aesthetic. But Karis's aesthetic it's the washed up auntie who's trying to look like the royal ascot, begging to be a whitey woman. Do you get it? That's the Karis aesthetic. I think I've got a pic actually to demonstrate what I'm talking about. Just give me a sec. Come fly with me. Come. No, this one's giving dun 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 dun. Let me just do my thing. Dun, dun, dun. This is given like they're about to fly, like some like they're in, I don't know, like the lion, what's that one, the Book of Narnia or something. I don't bloody know, Jer. But Karis, listen, the uniforms, I'm telling you, Jer, they go in with those uniforms, and look at how they're all standing perfectly. They got their hands there. It's all because that's what they're on. You see, in cults, they do up a lot of like perfection, precision, like that's the pressure. That's the pressure to get everything perfect, for things to just look, because it's so imperfect. Do you know what I mean? There's so much going on behind closed doors. It's like that cult leader's invalidation because he knows he's not perfect. And the more corrupt they are, the more perfect they want things. They look like SE ones, but they were blue. What's SE, babe? Oh, I'm slow in it. You're trying to say it so that you don't bait it up. Come fly with me, come fly, let's fly away. You know, they're giving, but do you see what I mean when I mean like the auntie aesthetic? Do you know what I mean? Like the peplum, the fitted. It's like Awo. It's like what Awo wears. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look upon the wife there. You get me? That's Awo's aesthetic. How are you going to tell me that's not Awo's aesthetic? Awo wears a lot of makeup. Awo needs to wear a lot of makeup. But there are women in the space that don't need to wear makeup. That's what I'm saying, guys. I'm going to restart. Should I restart? Let me restart. But Karis, you know, you can suck